I will pick on Andrew briefly, and then we can go into the questions.
That was a fail.
Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Tori, and this is year 3 of doing my mid-year book freakout tag-ish with friends. And it looks a little bit different today. We are no longer joined by Kayla, which is a very big sad. We love Kayla, and everyone should go down in the description box and check out her channel as well. But I'm going to let my wonderful guests introduce themselves. And also Andrew.
That's rude. I mean, fair,
Andrew,
but rude.
Who are you?
What?
Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
I'm just some dude with Wi-Fi.
That's most booktubers, honestly.
Yeah. I'm Andrew from Andrew's Wizardly Reads. I'm not very good company, apparently. But hey, I got invited to this video, so I'm winning. Yeah.
Third year in a row.
Third year.
Doing something right.
Triple Crown. I don't know. I'm a horror, fantasy, sci-fi, thriller booktuber.
Romantasy.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
You know, there are good ones out there, I'm sure.
They're few and far between.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Starting off strong. Casey, who are you?
Hi. I am sure a lot of you recognize me from a previous recent video, but I'm Casey. I'm back home in my own library space. And I do have a channel, but I still haven't really put anything up on there recently, but there's some ideas I have in the works, so maybe we'll see something come up. Otherwise,
so I keep inviting you to come on my channel so that I'm like forcing you to be on BookTube.
I know. Eventually I'll just be like, yeah, this feels normal. Let's just keep doing it. But I'm also big into fantasy, a little bit of sci-fi very specifically. Clearly, I'm a huge fan of romantasy. And that's about me. So far. We're gonna.
I think you dropped a little sarcasm on the floor, by the way.
No, not at all. I don't know what you're
I've got this on my shelf.
What is that? Love in a
Undead Age.
Mirrored.
You're mirrored.
Hold on.
Sir.
There we go.
Love in an undead age.
That sounds great.
That sounds like a time. That
Yep.
sounds like a thing you could read.
That sounds like a time that I'm so ready for you to have.
I look forward to the wrap up.
Oh yeah. I'm Leah. I'm the only person here who has not and probably won't be on YouTube. We'll see.
You're on YouTube right now.
Yeah, you know anything. Shut up, Andrew. You can find me on Instagram at Leah Read Stuff. I would consider myself a reading omnivore, so I read a lot, and I read a lot of almost everything. Primarily fantasy, but I read a lot of classics. I read historical fiction. I read science fiction, horror, pretty much
Little smack.
everything. Yeah, the only thing I don't love is romantasy. But
I do want to check you a little bit there.
okay,
You do read Alona Andrews.
we do. I don't consider her romantasy because she actually writes good characters.
Let's go. Buckle in, okay? Because this is about to be the most chaotic video that may ever appear on my channel. We'll see how it goes. All of these lovely people, you will find links to their channels / social media platforms in the description box below. So you should go check them out. Give them some love on all of their content. Comment on all of Casey's old videos.
Oh no, please don't.
BookTube.
I can do that.
No.
You know what? There are times.
Tori, that's a good idea.
No.
Listen,
Casey
if the
has-
video is public, it's fair game.
That's true.
That's not fair.
We're gonna go check later tonight, and her whole channel's gonna be wiped. Don't do that.
No, I have a Sanderson one video I really like, and that's my Sanderson reading order video. I really enjoy that one. So other
Okay,
than that,
everybody go watch the Sanderson reading order video.
I've got about 150 videos that I don't like.
yeah,
yeah.
I know it's so hard to watch things back for yourself. You're like, that was great. Then you watch it and you go, ugh, ugh, ugh.
Ugh,
You know what?
2021.
We all have to come from somewhere, guys. We all have to start. You know what? Let's honor our roots back in the day. Andrew, you were 2021, such a new kid on the block.
Listen, Little Miss Hiatus.
Hey now. That was uncalled for. Dear audience, we love you. Thank you for being patient with us as we work through this tag. And you're welcome. As we're going through the questions, feel free to go down in the comments below and leave your answers to any and all of the questions that we're answering. If you would like to, I will post them also down in the description so you can follow along, because I forgot to do that the first year. The first thing I'm going to do really briefly before we get into our first question is I'm going to pick on Andrew, because that's my favorite part of this tag. Every year. Each year we've done this, I have asked at the end the question, most anticipated read or reads for the rest of the year. And then the following year, I make fun of my friends when they don't read the books they say they were going to read.
I'm so screwed.
Shoot, what did
So Andrew,
good.
do you remember what you said you were going to read last year? Okay. Robert McCammon's Mystery Walk.
That's one.
Okay.
I read 30% of it, and then I went, ooh, squirrel, and walked away somewhere else. So I read some of it.
That's an improvement. We love, there's an upward trajectory here. The other one was Whispers of the Storm by Z.B. Steele.
Oh, no, I haven't read it. It's right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
We love the honesty here on the channel. I would just like to point out the two books that I said that I was going to read before the next video were Shards of Earth by Adrian Tchaikovsky, which I have read, and
Me too.
Sundering Hours by Jacqueline. So, Andrew, have you read Blue Flames yet?
So there's something...
I burned his throat as well as his ankles.
I think we're all going to have a celebratory live stream when Andrew reads Blue Flames.
It's been like 3 years.
It's been like 3 years. Okay, so now that we have made fun of Andrew, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. We're going to start, as always, on a high note, because that is super fun. Out of all of the books we've read, and we can go around and say how many books we've read total so that you guys in the audience just can know the ratio of the books we're talking about versus the books that we've read. It's like the numbers don't matter. And I'm going to say it again because I keep saying it on my channel, and there are still people who think that it matters. It doesn't matter. But I have read, as of June 30th, a total of 53 books. Andrew has read...
I just checked 56, so I'm only 3 ahead of you.
Nice. Casey?
70.
Leah?
202.
It's just
That's
too much.
A lot of books.
Awesome.
I don't even know how you would start trying to pick a top 10 out of that. Like,
I know.
My brain would melt, I think.
I'm lucky I have a really good memory. That's the main thing that gets me through.
You see, my brain wouldn't melt because you have to have one first.
Yours is already gone.
You mean the marbles I don't have?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So out of those books, we are going to start with our favorite book of 2026 so far. And I do switch up the order on these sometimes. So just to keep everybody on their toes and paying attention. So Casey, what was your favorite book of the year?
So this one was a little bit difficult. Even though I've read 70, I don't have a ton of super high rated books that I've read this year, which I'm trying really hard to change. And so I think for me, I'm going to have to go with Lies of Locke Lamora. I'm a first time reader of this. I've never read it before this year, which I know I'm behind the train a little bit. Oh no.
Oh no.
Andrew has opinions.
No, just continue. Where Andrew can share later.
I haven't read book 2 or 3 yet, so I'm very excited to continue on. And there were a few parts in here where I was like, Scott Lynch, I kind of want to slap you a little bit, just a tiny little bit, just a good slap. But otherwise, I'm very excited.
It's always a sign of a good book.
I mean, For me, yeah, when it's not so much of a I want to slap you because I hate reading. It's I want to slap you because you've made me so emotional type thing. So I'm very excited for books 2 and 3, and I knew I was gonna like this. I don't know why I waited so long to read it. I have no clue why. I think it's one of those where we talk about how we know we're gonna like a book, and for some reason that makes us wait before starting it, and I don't understand that thought process, but I do it all the time, and here we are.
You don't want to be disappointed, at least for me.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but it's intimidating for me.
It's almost like you're holding it for a rainy day or
something. I don't know. I can't.
Which
really
should be today.
It should be now, and apparently
it should be right now.
Until I got bullied into. I didn't get bullied until I got FOMO into reading it after the readathon in the Discord when everyone was talking about it, and I went, sure, I guess I'll read it now.
I do that all the time, especially with buddy reads. I'll wait until like everybody in the buddy read has finished it, and then I'll read it 4 months later.
Or I'm the only one who's like, I'm going to read it right away.
Andrew and I have a running joke at this point that we may never have a successful buddy read. And so
we've got this one coming up.
We do. It's going to happen. We're going to read it.
Very
and we
short.
figure with the novella, we might get through it.
I believe both of you.
Leah, what has been your favorite out of 203 books? What is the like? I feel like this book needs a pedestal or like a trophy of some kind.
I already know this is going to be my favorite book of the year, so it's on a pedestal. And unfortunately, I don't have it physically because half my library is packed up. But yeah, you can show. My favorite book of the year is Not for Jackals by J.L. Odom. That book is a feat, man. Just the sheer amount of depth in it. And how much she puts into such a short amount of pages, if you consider what she's doing with it, the amount of layers and complexity in the dialogue and the character building and the world building, it feels like not a single word is wasted. Every word is purposeful. It's all serving some sort of intention. And the character work is just, that book made me think, made me cry. I ended it and realized I'm pretty sure that series, obviously depending on how it lands, although I have full confidence in Jamie as a writer, is probably going to go on my very short list of annual series rereads that I do every year. As of right now,
it's going to make her so happy to hear that.
She's going to be so
I love Jamie so much. When
I love Jamie.
When I posted my review of it, she messaged me and was like, that made me cry. I was like,
she's so sweet.
I love Jamie.
She's amazing. She is so talented. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my mood reading to allow me to read that series.
I think that's smart, honestly. Yeah, that's smart. I think waiting for it to hit at the right time, it's one of those books.
Fully expecting to love it.
Yep.
It's just waiting until I'm in the right mood for that kind of stuff.
Well, I did the same thing. I read my best book of last year was By Blood, by Salt. And then I waited a full 6 months to touch the second book.
I waited a little while to do the second one as well. And then it took me like 3 months to get through the second one because I just wanted to savor it. I didn't want to just rush through and read it through and finish it in this amount of time. I was like, you know what? If I only get through 25 pages today because that was what I could savor, then I'm good with that. And then I'll pick it up in 2 more days.
Yeah.
Andrew, I do think you're going to love it. I think you're going to love it.
I mean, it's the kind of thing I have paperbacks right now. I'm fully intending to go buy hardcovers because I want every version of that book.
I have the ebooks, the paperbacks, and the hardcovers because I can.
Because
I can.
So, Jamie, we're going to be buying more books from you.
Yeah, please write more books. I mean, speaking of, people who were all over a series before it got popular, I'm just saying. I'm very proud of that.
Hey, I found it through you.
That's true. I love that series so much. I can't wait.
You know what I'm the king of? I'll make a series popular, and then I just won't finish it.
Speaking of which, Andrew, now that you just took a drink, what is your favorite book of 2026 so far?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Wow. Will Not Kill Me by Alona Andrews is so incredibly good. It does something that is just so unique that you haven't seen before. It's portal fantasy into your favorite book series, and then living in the world and using knowledge to survive in the world and affect change all while knowing that you're trapped here. You don't know how to get home, and then just getting pulled into the world and becoming a part of it. I love this one so much. It was so good. And this is like my 20th Alona Andrews, and it's my favorite Alona Andrews.
You put this book very high on expectations for me, and like very much so.
I started it.
Okay,
there is some romance in it.
That's okay.
Oh no,
that's totally okay. Tori and I have had this conversation before. We don't hate romance. The thing is that romance today in a lot of the romance spaces is not romance.
Yep.
It's not what it is. And so if you have an actual mature authors who are going to write a legitimate, mature, realistic, true romance aspect, I'm there for it. I am all there for it. I want it. I want it. I just cannot stand the consistent, toxic, awful, quote unquote, insta lust romance that we've been getting. And I'll ride my high horse till kingdom freaking come on this topic.
You're going to like Maggie in the way that she approaches the romance. I'm very frustrated by it.
Perfect. And I'm excited for that.
There's been a couple of lines in here already, and I'm literally like, I don't even know, 20 pages in. Yeah, 24 pages in, where I'm just like, girl, we would be friends. We would be friends.
I'm with Andrew. I've read Alona Andrews' entire catalog. I'm fully caught up on their work. I really enjoyed this, partly because it's very different than what they usually write. They usually write strictly urban fantasy, is what they're most known for. Very different, and I enjoyed it. They don't usually do the level of world building that's in this. Like they do it spread out over a series as opposed like doing a lot of establishing. They did a really good job. I really enjoyed it.
I'm going to make that my next audio then. I'm going to finish Dresden tomorrow.
Oh, the audio was so good as well.
Yep, I will. I'll start it on vacation, and that'll be my audiobook, and Dresden will be done tomorrow. So, like, I'm here.
My favorite book of 2026 so far. Nobody's gonna guess. Nobody could possibly guess what my top book of 2026 is. It's going to surprise everyone because I have not talked about it on my channel at all since reading the series. And that is When True Night Falls by C.S.
I was going to say, the sarcasm is so thick, you could cut that with a knife.
I was like, is she serious?
You know what's funny is my people ask me that about my dad all the time. Is he joking or is he serious? This is book 2 in C.S. Friedman's Cold Fire trilogy, which is an older fantasy / sci-fi / horror. And it was actually, the first book was actually written the year I was born, which is super cool. But what I loved so much about this series is from a bird's eye view, there's a lot of content in this series and it deals with a lot of themes that in a lot of fantasy books, I recoil from very quickly. The way that Friedman tackles the themes of this and the horror aspects of the monster within concept, and how far can someone go? Are they still redeemable? Is there still humanity left? And the way that she does this deep internal character exploration over 3 books just absolutely had me riveted. Her prose is incredible. And this series is definitely going to be on somewhere on my favorite series of all time now. I just absolutely freaking love this series. I want to reread it. Has some of my favorite character work I've read in a long time.
I think she also does a really good job of having the reader ask themselves, how far would you go? How far is too far for you to find someone redeemable? But
she doesn't do it in a way that feels ham-fisted or irresponsible, which is something that makes me so frustrated about so much of the fantasy I read now. And I mean, Leah and I have had conversations about this. Casey and I have been, talking about this. Andrew and I have had conversations about this where like so many authors just throw things in for shock value or gratuitous,
Speaking of gratuitous shock value. Case in point.
This is the kind of S tier content people sign up for on YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Would they?
Content people pay you for.
Anyway, guys, I loved this book. I'm going to talk to you guys and ignore them. I don't know why I invited them here, honestly.
We're just the peanut crew.
I love this book in the series.
I am hoping to get to it next month, I think, hopefully, and I'm gonna flood your DMs with thoughts of.
I've got the first book on audio.
I'm excited to see what you think of it. I think especially since you lean into horror right now, I actually think that this might be an okay time for you to read this, because I think that aspect of it is going to fit in where your headspace has been at. It's very creepy. It's very
it's atmospheric creepy. It's
psychological.
All around you creepy.
Yeah.
And it's so creative creepy too. And I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
I may end up giving the series a second try. We'll see. Because I read book 1 and technically freaking loved it.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some content there
it's heavy.
And it could be personally triggering for people.
Absolutely, 100%. And that, thank you for reminding. I should say, and I know that I've said this on my series review, that there is a lot of content. I think it's handled very responsibly, but there is a lot of content in the series that there's a lot. There's just a lot.
There's a few things in book 1 too. I messaged Tori and I was like, is what I think happening? And Tori's like, I don't remember that. And I was like, here, let me read it out to you. And I don't think that was written very, very well.
It wasn't very clear. I think we figured it out in the end, but the way it was written was
so there's a few things where
misleading.
Where it might, for some people it might be like, because even I don't really have triggers, and even I was like, I don't know if I like this right now.
But I will say, your love of it has sold me on giving it another try. I just may wait a little while from my current epic.
I think that's totally fair.
Yeah,
to try it again.
Proceed at your own risk, for sure.
And Andrew, you should give updates when you start it too, because I'm very curious how you would think about it, or what you think about it.
Sure, if I remember to do so, I will do so.
When we see it on your Goodreads, we'll just shoot you a message and say, "Hey, Andrew, we're reminding you."
just watch my weekly reading wrap-ups, and then I'll probably say something on there.
See, I always forget that Leah is watching my Goodreads, because today she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're reading Alola Andrews." I was like, "How do you know that?"
Tori, I'm in your walls.
I was like, wait,
my friends are in my walls, which, even as an extrovert, I feel like that's a little bit much, I
thought the same thing when Leo, you messaged me before, and I was like, how did she know that I started that? I haven't talked about it yet. What's happening?
No, you see, I've got a whole bunch of friends on Goodreads, and nobody ever was just like, "Oh yeah, I watched your Goodreads."
Okay, noted. All right.
Yeah, we're all gonna be stalking Andrew's Goodreads.
Yeah, we're gonna see it bombarded.
All right, let's do best sequel that we have read in 2026. Wizard, what is the best sequel that you've read this year so far?
So I was kind of conflicted on this one, but I think it's going to be All the Rage by F. Paul Wilson. Urban horror. I'm going to say this is an urban horror. It's urban fantasy adjacent. But I can't talk too much on it because this is book number 4. In this series.
That's impressive.
And here you just get to see your main character, Jack, just unleash. He gets drugged and he goes on a bit of a rampage.
Information about me a little bit is I love a drugged trope. I don't know why. I just do.
You should read Repairman Jack. If you're into horror, you should be reading Repairman Jack.
My friends are fine.
Repairman Jack. Thank you for just making a quick note of that.
It's a longer series. There's 16 just in the main series.
Okay, so start it after I finish Dresden, and after I finish my Mercy Thompson, and after then start that one.
I need to give Mercy Thompson another go.
All the Rage.
The first book is called The Tomb. Very good.
I love that our TBRs are going to be just as trashed as the audiences at the end of this video.
Yep.
Totally trashed.
I love F. Paul Wilson. He's one of my favorite authors.
I've never
You've
heard
been
of
reading a ton of him recently.
Oh yeah. He's everywhere. He's probably the author I have the most signed books from.
Leah, what is the best sequel that you have read this year?
Well, I've read a few, and I was really torn. It came down to Tyrant's Law or Caliban's War.
Okay.
And I felt like I love Tyrant's Law, but I think Caliban's War takes it for me.
I think
The
you
Expanse.
really liked that
Yeah,
one.
book 2 in The Expanse. I really enjoyed book 1, but I knew the storyline of book 1 because I had made the mistake of watching the TV show before reading the book. So there wasn't as much of a surprise factor for me with the story.
Yeah.
Caliban's War, totally fresh. And I was really impressed by the pacing. It's well over 600 pages, and I read it, I think, in 24 hours.
Wow.
It was so well paced. Plus, some of the best characters, just the most interesting, really messy, very human, very internally motivated people. Where they're
check.
Right? They're Andrew.
I love that for you.
Oh.
I've gained up that series 3 times.
And here I'm sitting here going,
Leave
maybe
it
I
alone.
should reevaluate my decision not to read it because I'm like, that sounds good.
Well,
I'm going to read it. I'm excited.
especially the main characters, I really love how complex they're written. Where nobody, similar to Daniel Abraham, which is why Tyrant's Law is the other book on this list, nobody's falling into a stereotype. They're all have an internal compass that they're driven by and make decisions by. And those internal compasses and those internal characters are what are driving choices in the action. So there's a sense of surprise because you think you know what the story is going to be. And it doesn't end up going that way because characters make messy choices, which I loved. I cannot wait to read book 3. So excited for
Nice.
that.
That's awesome.
I'm still on the fence, but I've been leaning more toward it day by day. I don't know yet though.
I didn't love the first season of the TV show,
Yeah.
but the book's very different.
I like the crew of the Rosie. I like the crew of the Rosie.
Yes.
But
Casey, what is your best sequel of 2026?
My best sequel, I think honestly I've only read like 3 sequels this year. Everything else has been new books, which is awful. But it's going to be, I don't have it, but it's going to be Fire and Song by Bryce O'Connor. This
Nice.
Stormlord. Yes. I still, with a caveat, yes,
there we go.
that one. I still, with a caveat, believe that it should have been 200 pages shorter, 200 pages shorter, just like book 1. I think he tends to just ramble and repeat and get really kind of and we're still doing things with character, but we could be doing those things with characters in 200 less pages, or 200 fewer pages. And so,
you know what's funny?
Yeah,
I recently got a YouTube comment on that series, and the complaint was I didn't like it because it was too polished.
What?
I mean,
What? Mm.
Do we understand the definition of polished? And what? So let's just nix the editing. Let's nix, the developmental stuff.
yeah,
Just
nobody
draft
actually
publish.
likes that.
People just want to be angry, man.
We'll just publish the first rough draft. It's fine, and then you'll be
Well,
happy.
and what always makes me kind of chuckle is there'll be a comment like of, oh, I totally hated this character in the book. And then the next comment is like, oh my gosh, that was my favorite character in the book.
Right.
Like, it's such a spectrum.
I mean, there are going to be people who disagree with me and say they thought it was the exact amount of pages and they loved every second of it. And that's totally
That's
fine. I love that for them. Me personally, I had multiple moments where I'm sitting there going, we've already done this. We've already had this conversation. This is just doing the exact same thing that we just did. We don't need to do this same thing again. And the entire book, that's like 600 some plus pages, is one tiny little tournament. And I'm like, what else are we doing though? However, I adore the characters in that series. I absolutely love the characters and their relationships and their friendships that are so loyal to each other. And that's a huge thing for me. If you're going to put friendships and characters in relationships like that, I want an unbreakable loyalty to them, because that's something that's very important to me in real life. And so when I find that in the characters, I don't want betrayal unless it means something very specific and it makes sense. So give me a series where it's a whole group of just eclectic, different people who all just are doing everything to help each other succeed. Yes, please, I'm there. So for sequels, that's gonna be my favorite.
I am going to be super boring and have the same answer to this question as I had for the first question, because
that's fair.
This is the best sequel I've read this year.
Yeah.
If it's your book of the year, then it would be the best sequel.
I mean, it's the best sequel. I almost put book 1 as my book of the year, or my book of the year so far, and this one as best sequel. But I think there are several reasons why I liked book 2 ever so slightly better than book 1, because some of a couple of small nitpicks that I have with book 1 in the beginning aren't present in book 2. And so and also we're getting deeper into the character exploration and like some of the payoff scenes that are already starting to happen through book 2. And man, the character payoffs in this series are just delicious, and I love them. So
the best part of sequels,
delicious.
Delicious.
Wow.
I love the energy.
Yeah. Extroverts.
Introverts.
You guys are like,
it's
goodness.
amazing that she even gets us on this channel.
Right?
Hey, it's the power of being adopted by an extrovert. I will die on that hill. It's a powerful thing.
And there's only 4 of us here. That's I just keep telling myself there's
for
only
now.
4 here.
We're okay.
And then there's going to be over 15,000 shortly.
Wow.
Okay. New release. I'm so excited about this one because I actually forgot. This is one of those things because I don't read a ton of new releases. So I actually had to go to my TBR list on Goodreads and be like, okay, is there anything that I want to read that has come out this year? Well, there's a few. Like I knew Last Contract of Isako was coming out and stuff, but that was like one that I've already read. So I couldn't use that for the whatever we're doing. But yeah, Leah, this thing.
Yeah.
Leah, what is a new release that you want to read but you haven't yet?
This was an easy answer because it's a T. Kingfisher book, and I've read all of her work except for this. So it's 9 Goblins by T. Kingfisher.
Oh, that's right. I was like, wait, which one has she come out yet?
That one's a novella, right? Like
yeah, little novella.
Yeah.
And I think it might have been a republication from when it was self-published, potentially.
I keep forgetting that she started off a lot of stuff as self-pub. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah,
there's so much stuff.
Know nothing about it other than the title, and the cover is really funny, which is on par for T. Kingfisher. So that is my choice.
Nice.
That one looks very intriguing. I'm if you like that one, I might pick it up because I'm on my T. Kingfisher exploration journey. So
I've enjoyed everything I've read so far.
I have too. I mean, I've only read 3 things, but so far 4.
I think I'm on my 3rd or 4th.
Count a series. Technically 6.
Did you read What Moves the Dead, Andrew?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought you did because you and Kayla, I think, read it around the same time.
I was slightly cranky at it, but whatever.
Okay. Yeah. I DNF'd that one. However, I read Thorn Hedge and House with Good Bones recently and enjoyed both of those a lot. So.
I liked House with Good Bones.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, I like that one a lot.
The atmospheric creepiness that Casey likes in that one.
Yeah.
So good. So good. Some really, one of the things I like about, not to turn this into a total rabbit trail, but like one of the things I've really enjoyed about her so far is that I think it's a skill set underappreciated when authors can write very beautifully, but very simply and have these kind of just every once in a while they just drop these sucker punch quotes in the prose, and that is how she writes, and I love that so much. It's so good.
She's also a really great master of tone blending without it being jarring.
Agreed.
And feeling weird. Yeah, because usually it feels weird. Like, where did that come from? It doesn't
feel
blend
of horror and humor and emotional reach. So great.
New release for me is going to be one by Junher, Behind 5 Willows.
Yes.
It is her first historical romance, if you will, in her Korean Joseon era. This is probably going to be my last Junher if this doesn't land. So it's a little bit of a, I'm not sure quite yet. It's supposed to be a Joseon era Pride and Prejudice type romance.
Ooh, interesting.
So that interests me, specifically because I can't read the classics because I just can't. They're not for me, but I like the story of Pride and Prejudice. I like the story of the classics. I just can't read the classic versions. And so I've tried quite a few of Junher's, pretty much I think her whole catalog. And I've only really enjoyed kind of one. Every single other one I've either DNF'd or I've unhauled after I read them. And so if I don't click with this and her new sort of contemporary, like romance, not contemporary romance, but her romance type storytelling, I'm probably going to call her as an author. It's just not going to work for me. But I am looking forward to this, even though it's a little bit of a cusp thing where I'm like, this is going to determine whether I keep going with her or not. I still am looking forward to this. And so I'm leaving my expectations open. I'm trying to stay positive, and it is what it is. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So, and I don't really want to just keep picking up books that I know that are just going to be okay. I want to try to find, I love this books. So
I resonate with that statement.
Yeah.
Except I won't keep trying an author after multiple failures. I will just.
This is like book 6.
I think part of it though is that because Casey and I are both such huge like aficionados of ancient Korean history, like whenever there's an author that writes in that, like I really want to keep trying their work and support them, because that's a genre field that I wish there was just more of it.
Yeah. We have a lot of Chinese American, there's a lot of Japanese stuff, there's very little Korean stuff.
Yeah. It's very niche.
Little. It's very niche. And so when it comes up and it's a huge focal point of the story, I want to check it out. I want it to be good. I want to love it. And then I don't. And I'm like, well, there's just one more. It just goes to the
Red Palace by her is excellent. That's the only one I started with.
That's the only one that I enjoyed, really that I kept, that I didn't DNF or unhaul.
Wizard, what's your new release that you want to read?
I just got this in the mail, and I specifically requested it be sent to me, so I hope I like it. It is Age of Stone by Jez Kajau.
That's a cool cover.
That cover is...
That is a
Look at
really
this.
interesting.
It's so creepy.
Whoa. That reminds me so much of a specific Critical Role episode, though.
It's a lit RPG
Sorry.
horror.
That's cool.
That's amazing.
Interesting.
It makes sense that it reminds you of Critical Role.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I'm very excited for this one.
When does it come out? Is that I'm assuming that's an arc.
I believe it's coming out very soon, if not already out.
I was gonna say that's an arc. That's a nice arc.
I mean,
sometimes
Aethon does nice arcs. I'll have one to show later. I'm very excited about Age of Stone.
That would be a cover by just for me. Just
I know that's literally what it was. It was like they were like, "Hey, do you want a copy of this?" And I was like, "I'm looking at the cover, going, yeah,
yes, please,
yeah." What's it about?
I don't need to know what it's about.
Cool.
This one was tricky for me because there are a few new releases that have come out this year that I haven't read yet. But the one that once I realized that when it came out was an easy pick for me for this question was Mortadant's Peril by R.J. Barker. I just bought this. I can't wait. I just got this during.
Have you ever read R.J. Barker?
No.
Me? No. Yes.
Okay. He's been a miss for me so far, but I'm excited about this one.
I have
Very middle of the road for me.
The Bone Chips, which I have not tried yet, but I'm excited to read that. Yes. But this one just sounds like where my head's at right now. This is about first of all, his name is Iredy Hasp, which is just a fantastic protagonist name to begin with. And his special ability is that he's like a desk clerk whose job is to just like routinely come in and read the thoughts of people who have just passed in his culture, which is a very like mundane 9 to 5 apparently in this world, which I love already. And everything gets turned topsy-turvy when he reads the thoughts of some lower class citizen who has a pretty major secret hiding in his last thoughts. So I'm just very excited about this. The synopsis alone was like I don't buy brand new hardcovers of authors I've never read too often, but the synopsis and the cover, I love this cover.
I'd never heard of that until we went shopping and you grabbed it, and then I put it on my audio on library app to maybe read this month because
I got it from the library.
So good.
I'm with Andrew. The Bone Chips did not work for me. That was a solid 3-star read. But
hey, the first one was very good. It as we go through the series.
Leah's like, I disagree.
Yeah,
I'll just do silently.
But it was creative enough that when Tori showed that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give the author another try because that looks really interesting. I've got that right there.
I think that's one of the things I like about our section of this community is that, you know, even if we have a book that's from an author that we just don't jive with, we're all very much like, I'll try another one. I'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if, and, you know, except for Andrew, who yeets it after book 2. never again. But, you know, for the most part, we're like, you know, we'll at least give it a second, third, whatever shot to determine whether it's just this specific book, this series, or if it's just this author in general.
Well, like, and I think like as an author who writes in different subgenres, I think I really appreciate when authors take risks and try something different. And I think sometimes it can just be a matter of like finding the styles that you like to write as an author. And also, if you have multiple entry points, you're going to have something for a wider net of readers, right? So like, you know, somebody might love the Bone Chips, but not like Mortenant's Peril, etc., and vice versa. And I think that as an author is really valuable because then you can still have a connection with a lot of different types of readers.
I'm willing to give authors second goes and even third goes if it's a style choice. I'm not willing to give them more than 2 goes if it's a content issue.
Yeah, I struggle with that too. Yeah.
That's fair.
Hey guys, we've started on a high. We've been talking about books that we loved and books we're excited about. Now we're going to switch over to the biggest disappointment of the year so far. And since Andrew's reaching for his book already, we're just going to start. He's so ready. The king of DNFs is so ready for this.
I finished this one.
Okay. Wow.
This is Dean Koontz' Eyes of Darkness. And it's so incredibly mediocre that I unhauled like 30 Dean Koontz books.
Whoa. Whoa.
What? Wait, I thought you were a Dean Koontz fan. I thought you...
So, like, when Dean Koontz hits, he's amazing. This was the first one where I went, oh, you're incredibly inconsistent. And then, like, when I was, like, not loving this, everyone went like, yeah, you finally hit a stinker. Guess what? There's a lot more of them. And I was just like, oh, no, I'm overcommitted. I was reading The Greats. And then, like, The Greats are only this many. And the stinkers are this many.
I mean, I feel like when you've written 732 books, like, you're bound to have a few that are not great.
Wait, is that a legitimate number, or did you just make that up?
I just made that up.
Okay.
It's closer to like 68.
Wow. Even so, I started one book by his. I don't remember the name of it. It was a couple years ago, and I was so mad. I was disgusted, and I was so mad that he is the only author that I did yeet after not even finishing a single book, and I will never touch another book by him. I will never.
That's a statement.
I don't remember what book it was, but I was so like, really, my dude, you are such a disgusting man. And just, nope. No, thank you.
Was it Watchers? Because there's some stuff on Watchers that made me put it down for like a year.
I don't remember the name of it, but that wasn't it. I would recognize the name if I heard it, but I was like, no, I'm done. Nope.
I've now only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of his, and I had over 40.
Wow.
That's 11 is still a lot, but over 40 is
that's a lot.
Casey, what is your biggest disappointment of the year so far?
I don't have it. Heavenly Tyrant by Zhen Zhe Zhao. You were talking about ham-fisting you straight in the face with ideals and everything. And I'm so mad. I'm
What's that one
so
again?
mad. Heavenly Tyrant by Jiren Zhao. It's the sequel to Iron Widow.
Oh.
Iron Widow that was posed this feminine rage thing, which it was, but it wasn't as and there was a lot of things I was like, okay, I'm curious as to where this goes. I'm curious as to where this goes. What does this mean? What could that mean? And there are a few aspects of things I had heard about Heavenly Tyrant that I was like, okay, that actually fits to something that I personally like in storytelling. And then the author just started talking. And literally in the narrative, the author is just talking. And that's what it is. It's just ideals, ideology, personal rage, and all this. And it was such an incredible disappointment being so slapped across the face with author belief that I was like, I don't care if you have these beliefs. I don't care. I agree with some of them. I am in agreement with a few, not as extensive, but with a few of them, I'm in agreement with you. But I don't need you to slap me across the face, punch me in the gut, and then trip me while I'm stepping forward just for me to get what you're putting down. Like I don't need that. And that's all you get. And the characters that you care about in book one, gone. They're not there, basically. And then you just have this almost like torture. Well, it is. It's torture with the main character. And like, I don't care to see this. And then you're just ham-fisted in the face every second of the reading. I'm thinking, this is just awful. Absolutely awful.
And you gave it 5 stars.
Yes. It's on my shelf even. Yes, I did. And I get it if some people like that, because some people like to read things that very much support their own beliefs. Go for it. I support you in that. I don't need it thrown in my face. I don't need it shoved down my throat.
Yeah.
And
I like it if it's beautifully weaved into the story and it makes sense.
Yes, I love that. If it makes sense, it's interwoven within the characters or with the story. There are thoughts and ideas that you can pull out of the narrative of what it means to you. But when you literally when you are hearing the author come through and saying, this is what I believe and this is what you should think too. Don't tell me what to do. Yeah. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me how to think. Don't tell me how to feel, and don't tell me what to do in your writing when I am supposed to be able to have this experience where I pull the experience for myself. And you can't do that with that book. Yeah. And unless you just believe in and agree with absolutely everything and you're just as mad as she is about it, then you're going to have a great time. It was awful. It was terrible.
Man.
So we liked it, is what I'm hearing.
Loved it.
Highly recommend.
Highly recommend to literally everyone.
Everyone
You heard it here, folks.
Yeah, zero discrimination. Everybody read it.
All right, Leah.
Especially the dude bros.
Okay. Well, I had to think about this a little bit, but I think the biggest disappointment for me was the second book in a series. The first book started out really well. It had some issues, but I was engaged. I thought the ideas were interesting. The characters, for the most part, in the first book made sense. They seemed to have like consistent motivations. And then book 2 happened. And so I'm talking about the first book was Justice of Kings by Richard Swan. The second book is The Tyranny of Faith, which I don't know how that book got published, just being honest. Like the lack of editing, the incoherency in the point of views, the complete lack of consistency in the character behavior, the horrifyingly overused narrative framing. It was a disaster. And it fought me the entire reading experience. I wanted to like this book. I went into it expecting to enjoy it. I went into it already invested in the story. I went into it with a lot of goodwill for the characters. I was there. That book worked overtime to make me hate it. And I made it all the way through. But it was by the skin of my teeth, man.
We were literally like broken, bleeding, and leaning on each other by the time we got to the end.
We buddy
race the DNF.
Well, no, I know, right?
Yeet.
If it hadn't been a buddy read, I probably would have DNF'd it.
You yeet and then dab.
Okay, Dad.
Okay, here's why it was so frustrating though, because the potential was still there.
Yeah,
so you're reading it and you're like, this is so frustrating, but there was enough there that you I kept tricking myself into thinking, if I just give it another 50 pages, maybe it's going to come together. If I just give it another 50 pages, maybe the characters will start to make sense. It's just good enough to get your hopes up, and just shitty enough, excuse me. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on your channel. Should I re-say that?
We're an hour in, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's just horrible enough that you just end up being mad at the end.
Yeah.
Because you see what the book could have been. You see what the author was trying to do. You can see the thoughts, and they were executed so poorly that by the time it was over, I was like, I don't want to finish the series. I'm not interested in reading anything else from this author.
Oof.
At this point, because unless it was a problem where the publisher was like, great, the first book was awesome, who cares how much of an edit it has? Okay, even so, somebody should have some oversight here, because there is a massive issue just from a technical level with the consistency of the story. I could rant about this book for a while. I'll stop. Okay.
Yeah, that one was a nosedive for both of us, and that was so I was so glad that it was a buddy read though, because at least like we could talk through it together.
You just hold on
through the pages.
Yeah, I appreciated that. And like you said, which is again to like from an expectation standpoint, I had 5-starred book one, so I was so ready for
I did 4 on book 1.
Yeah, I was 4.5. Yeah.
I mean, the first book's really good.
First book's great.
I have all 3 of them down there.
Maybe you just stop at book 1.
I've only got Grave Empire left. I got rid of the trilogy.
I may go back and try Grave Empire because I've heard a lot about that one that I think I still want to give that one a try.
Tell you what, Tori, we'll buddy read it.
Tori will read it, and Andrew will get to it in 4 months.
I'm the best at buddy reading. What do you mean?
I think that's a great idea. Let's put a pin in that.
Put a pin in it.
As per my last email. So speaking of disappointments, my
you hearing about me?
No, I'm talking about my most disappointing read of the year, Andrew. Obviously, what are you talking about? This one is, in case anyone is concerned, I love my friends, and we're all fine.
I mean, it depends on your definition.
Maybe.
Of fine, but you know.
Look, I'm just trying to share my most disappointing book of the year. Okay, like just give me 30 seconds.
And your time starts. And now.
I'm about to royally torque off a lot of people in our corner of BookTube, and I'm sorry in advance. But in terms of the highest expectations and the most massive nosedive in experience, I had to give this one to Midnight Tides by Stephen Erickson.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Was so painful. Now Andrew's happy to let me talk. Dead House Gates is my favorite fantasy novel of all time. I've talked about that on my channel ad nauseum at this point. This was my first not reread continuing the series. Once I got through House of Chains, the fourth book, going into Midnight Tides, this was my first time reading a new Malazan book in over a decade, which is crazy. And I cannot tell you how hyped I was going into this book. And the thing that was so hard for me is, again, there were so many aspects of this world building and the atmosphere, and there were some fantastic character moments that I absolutely loved. And that almost made it harder because I wanted that. I wanted more of that. And I was so incredibly disappointed in this book. And the content of this book was so gratuitous and so, like, there were multiple moments in this. I almost DNF'd it 3 or 4 times. And there were a couple of moments where I literally stopped and I was like, why would you even put that in a book? Like, it was to that level of just, and I'm sure that there are arguments to be made about what Erickson may or may not have been trying to say or do with certain aspects of this book. But I was so disappointed. I was so frustrated by this. There were some character things in here that made me viscerally angry. And especially as a female reader, because every single female character, barring a couple of very small, like in and out kind of characters, exists to either be hypersexualized or have sexual violence done to them. Every single one. And I was so disappointed, especially after Dead House Gates, which is a book in which I feel like Erickson handles those, like the themes of sexual violence in a way that is so incredibly powerful. To get to this was just so much of a letdown, and I was so upset by it. And it is the reason I have not continued on to Bone Hunters yet. I have heard from a lot of people that they think Bone Hunters is going to be a lot better, and I am still committed to finishing the series. I will read all 10 books of this series. I'm taking it at my own pace, and that's totally fine.
Yeah, I think because I know that there's off of that one per month.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. But yeah, that one actually made me like emotional. I was so disappointed in it, which is way worse than anything else that I've had in the last like 2 years. So
I'm sorry, sis.
That's sad.
Yeah, it made me really sad.
Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah. That one made me really sad. So anyways, to all the Malazan fans that are going to be so mad at me for that, you know what?
It's okay. There's 10 books. Like, it's okay to not jive with one.
That one usually ends up pretty high on the list for most people. So, which that's a whole conversation we're not going to have today. This one's going to be interesting and fun, though. Biggest surprise so far. Leah, I'm going to have, oh my goodness, you guys. And look, perfect timing. My husband just brought me sangria.
What?
That was perfect timing.
That
I was talking about my biggest disappointment of the year.
That was fabulous.
Leah, what was one of your biggest surprises so far this year?
Mine is a book that actually hasn't come out yet. I got an arc of it in February.
Yes. I'm so excited about this one.
This is, I'm talking about Fishbone Cinderella by Elizabeth Lim. I was really surprised by this. I know Elizabeth Lim as a primarily YA author.
I was going to say, is she the Elizabeth
Six Crimson Cranes?
Yeah, Six Crimson Cranes.
Okay.
She's got an established reputation as a YA author.
Yeah.
And so I don't read YA like at all. So when I saw this and that it was her first adult work, I was curious, which is why I got the arc, but my hopes were not high. I was expecting a 3-star read, maybe. And then I read the book and was pretty blindsided by it.
That's exciting.
This sounds cool.
Yeah.
I know.
It's a generational story dealing with family trauma and family history using magical realism, and a baseline story idea of Cinderella, but through I believe she's Chinese, lens. And the mother-daughter relationships are written so well, dealing with a lot of the complexity and misunderstanding and hurt caused by...
You were all like...
Yeah. Well, and there's what I love too is there are elements of romance in it, but it's not the point. The point is the mother-daughter's relationship through like 3 different generations over several decades of time.
So cool.
And the ending was so moving. It surprised me because at first it ended and I had a moment of like, did I like that ending? Because it didn't fit what we've been trained to expect in that kind of genre. And so it took me a second to sit with it. And I was surprised to find myself crying and realized, no, it really hit because it didn't follow the expected route. And also now, having done some research to discover a lot of the story is her own family's history. It's based in truth in her own history of her mom and her grandma. And she had to work really hard to get it published because she's a pigeonholed YA author.
Yeah.
So it completely took me by surprise, and it stuck with me in the 5 months since I read it.
I'm auto buying that the minute it comes out. I'm so
the cover is gorgeous.
I really
did you see the end pages of it? Beautiful end pages.
Yeah, the colors. And the cover is freaking gorgeous too. But
yeah.
If you haven't checked it out yet, do. I think it also makes me excited for what else she's going to do in an adult market. Because if that's what her start is, and she went somewhere really deep, really moving, and there's some definitely dark content in it. I want to make sure that's clear. But she handles it so well. And everything's from an emotional point of view. And Yeah, I found the whole thing really moving. So that was my biggest
That's
surprise.
awesome.
Perfect. Well,
I'm so excited to read that.
that's going to be an auto buy for me. I already have a few. Heard Six Crimson Cranes was my introduction to the Grimm fairy tales of the Six Swans, and that's what kind of then led me to Daughter of the Forest. Because when I saw Daughter of the Forest in Barnes and Noble, I went, "Hey, I just read
so
a YA
what
that
I'm
had
hearing
this story." So
is that Casey and Wizard and I should buddy read Fishbone Cinderella.
And then you have to give me daily updates while you do, because then I want to live vicariously through you.
We can do that. Wizard.
If we're going to do this, you have to remind me.
I will remind you daily, Wizard.
Leah does not forget.
Daily.
All right, Wiz, what was your biggest surprise of the year?
So there's various reasons why this one's a surprise for me. It's not a surprise that I enjoyed it, but I had recently bounced off some work by this author, and it was in an older style of fantasy that I didn't think I was going to like. It's a portal fantasy. When I tell you I loved it, it was a debate whether or not I was going to hold up Alona Andrews at the start of this video, or I was going to hold up this book.
Ooh.
And that is Tad Williams'
Yes!
War of the Flowers.
Yes.
And this is an older book. It's a book he's not known for. It is one of his sleeper releases. It's funny because I remember Jimmy Nuts was doing a live stream, and I popped on to tell him I read it, and he's like, "Yay! Me and you are like the only ones who have read it."
And me.
It's just so slept on. It's about this mortal man who is pulled into the world of fairy, and he doesn't know why. He doesn't understand this world. He's kind of dim, and he's just kind of bouncing around through while he's being chased by a monster, and he's fighting against the noble fae. And it's just so incredibly good. It's called War of the Flowers.
Okay.
I read that because Andrew read it. And really
good. You did?
I did. That was my intro to Tad Williams.
Oh, that makes me happy. You liked it, right?
I did. It wasn't a full 5 stars for me, but it was pretty close. It's pretty close.
I can see that. It does have some, like, on reflection, like, the end has a character that's kind of weak.
Yeah.
And, like, but at the same time, I don't care.
No, I enjoyed the story a lot. I enjoyed the story a lot. It was great.
This one's very good. And it's got just so many good characters in here.
Yes.
My want to
also, I
is
love
growing.
that the main character is such a doofus in a lot.
Yeah,
of ways.
he is
like,
not
it's great.
Yeah, he's terrible with women. He's a bumbling fool. He's kind of failed at life, and then like all of a sudden he's just sucked in, and they're just like he's just like what? Why me? Why is all this?
Why me?
Because of you, Andrew, I want to read a ton of other Tad Williams now.
Yes.
I'm going to go and say my biggest surprise so far is a book that I only read because of Casey. And it was a total impulse buy and a total impulse read recently because I had been reading a lot of Dresden Files, and I was like, you know what? I'm willing to try another urban fantasy. And this one just sounded like it had so many reasons why I wouldn't want to read it, but I did. And then I was like, okay, but I actually kind of really liked that experience, and I would really like to read more.
Yes.
And that is Moon Called by Patricia Briggs, the first in her Mercy Thompson series. I run away screaming from anything that uses the words like alpha and omega in it for obvious reasons. As a child growing up in the early 2000s, I was really impressed with the way that Patricia Briggs was building the werewolf culture and everything. And there are things about it that I didn't love, but the things about it I didn't love, her main character also doesn't love. And so she calls out a lot of the, kind of like male dominance kind of things that the werewolf pack operates on. And she's a mechanic. She's a grease monkey. She's a tomboy. She's really independent, but she's still willing to lean on the people around her, which I really liked. There's vampires, there's werewolves, there's skinwalkers, there's all sorts of, mythical beings. And I was shocked at how much I enjoyed binging that. So I intend to continue the series.
I was
now
shocked
you
when
need to
you
also
said
try October Day.
I will.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
I was shocked when you
October
said
Day
that
is also
you
on
were
my list.
reading Mercy Thompson. Yeah, I went, I'm sorry, huh?
Yeah,
What?
I
was
read
so
the
happy.
first book. I read the first book and I told Leah I was reading it because
I
she's
know.
also
I had
read
to
it.
not
I didn't
tell you.
and I didn't tell Casey. And then one of our evening hangouts, I was like, "So guess what? I read a book that you recommended a while back." I was like, "You'll never
I
guess
was
what it is."
thinking the entire day, what could this book possibly be? I was shooting off guesses at her. She's like, nope, not that one. Okay,
That
well, it
was
must be
not
this
on
one.
anybody's bingo card for me this year.
Zero bingo
It makes
card.
me so happy.
It makes me so happy. Noah Thompson around Dresden. Dresden was like everywhere, was the whole thing. And I'm like, guys, but Mercy Thompson is right here. She's right here.
I've
And,
known about Mercy since before
Yeah.
BookTube.
Casey, speaking of, what was your biggest surprise of the year?
Paladin's Grace.
I do too.
Kingfisher.
Buddy read.
Yeah, what you got to read that one?
I was so incredibly happy with this book. I read Nettle and Bone a while ago. It was okay. I didn't love it, but it was my first T. Kingfisher. I had never really any aspect of fantasy horror at all. Horror was not my thing at all, and I'm trying to open up to it a little bit more still. But it was okay. It was fine. And so I had heard things about this one that I thought I would love in tropes and character and whatnot. So I said, it's time. It's time to try Kingfisher again and see what this one is about, because I have a feeling I'm going to love it. And my goodness, this is the kind of fantasy romance that I like, when you have two very mature, well-established adults who are doing their own thing, living their own lives, have their own responsibilities. And one of them has a little bit of past traumatic history and has a little bit of ADHD going on. And the other has a dead god in his brain and might go psycho crazy and when he wakes up from a dream, but he also knits socks and he just wants to knit. And I'm like, there is something so incredibly healing. And then you're like, but you guys just need to talk a little bit. And then they do. And you're like, see, this is what happens when we talk. This is what happens when we talk and we have communication, and it's great. And then he knits socks for you and you make perfumes for them. And I'm just here for all of it. I love it so much. I loved it so much. And so for it to be the book of the month that I read it, for it to be like the one book this year so far, pretty much, that I'm thinking I want to find more like this, completely took me away. Completely. I did not expect to love this book. This book and T. Kingfisher as much as I did. Read this.
I love that for you
Read
so
it.
much.
Read it.
I'm gonna. Let's do a speed round of the next 3 questions, because we're not talking about books, we're talking about characters for the next 3 questions. Well, author and characters. First one is new favorite author that you've discovered this year, Wizard.
I'm gonna go with Shirtaloon or Travis Derville. He Who Fights with Monsters.
That's a chunky.
That's a really nice arc.
That is a
very nice arc.
Whoa. Wow.
Okay.
That's pretty.
So,
whatever.
Travis Derville is mine, and the character in here, we're gonna go with the same one, is Jason Asano. I like Jason Asano, the main character. He's an Australian guy who gets isekai'd against his will, and he's very snarky about it. Okay. And I like it because he's got our moral sort of values, and at the same time, like, he's willing to be called out on it. And they're like, "Yeah, you're in our world now," and he's just like, "Yeah, that's fair. You still suck."
Love that.
Perfect.
So Jason Asano and Shirtaloon.
My favorite author and new favorite characters are also from the same books. New favorite author to me is going to be C.S. Friedman, surprising nobody, because the whole trilogy was incredible.
I'm shocked.
And I know, I figured everyone would be shocked by that. And my new favorite character is actually a combo of characters, and that's going to be Damien Vrice and Gerald Tarrant from the Cold Fire trilogy.
Yeah.
But if I have to pick a single character, it's Michael from Dresden.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
If I had to pick a solo character, he'd be up there. Yeah, for sure. Casey,
my job is done.
favorite author this year?
I had two of them that I was waffling back and forth. But I think because you said C.S. Freeman, I'm going to say Scott Lynch. Lynch. And in a world that's so rough and tough and like just, use people and throw them away, it's like, no, he has this group and they mean everything to him and he's going to do what needs to be done to save them and take care of them, et cetera, et cetera.
Good picks. Leah?
Well, my favorite character and favorite author come from the same kind of things.
Yes.
New favorite author is Daniel Abraham, by far.
Nice.
I'm in the middle of 3 separate series that he's writing. I love all of them. And the common theme is the character work. Favorite character is not from either of the series you're thinking. It's not from Long Price. It's not from Dagger and Coin.
That's fair.
Favorite character is from The Expanse, and it's Amos.
I mean, he is amazing.
Amos is just the best.
The best.
The best.
The best.
I mean, to be honest, that doesn't surprise me just because most of the characters in Dagger and Coin aren't like the kind of people that you'd be like, man, I really love this person.
They're a little tough.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. No, Amos is a mess and a half, but I freaking love him.
Yeah, but he's very
awesome.
grounded about being a mess.
He is. He knows it.
I love a self-aware dumpster fire.
At least you know it. That's the important part.
Yeah.
Okay, this is one of my favorite questions on this list because I switched it out with character you have a crush on because I feel like that, like, I could probably answer that, but I just feel like there's so many ways to take that and whatever. So we're going to do a cinnamon roll character you want to adopt. And for anybody in the audience who doesn't know what a cinnamon roll character is, it is like the most pure, wonderful, amazing, like I will protect this character at all costs kind of character. And that is now my favorite question in our Midyear Book Freakout Tag every year. Leah, do you have a cinnamon roll character you'd like to adopt?
I do. My real answer slightly cheats because it's a book I finished on July 2nd. So I'll give you my other one, but the real answer is Penrick from Penrick and Douglas.
Interesting. Okay.
Nice.
Penrick's a good character.
The most pure, fabulous. Like I just want to give him a giant hug and wrap him in bubble wrap. He is just freaking adorable. But if we're talking finished before June 30th, this is a reread, but Toadling from Thornhedge
Great
is just
answer. Yeah.
precious.
Yeah.
Freaking love Toadling.
Yep.
I considered Toadling for mine too, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Casey, what's your cinnamon roll character?
With the caveat of he has a dead...
I think he knits socks.
I think he
knits,
counts.
yeah. I mean, he's got a dead god in his brain and he goes berserk every now and then, but he can't help it. he really doesn't want to.
Yeah.
So like
my character kind of fits into a sort of mildly psychotic camp also, so I feel like that's fair.
Then I'm gonna stick with Stefan then because he really
hasn't been mildly psychotic.
Wizard, who's your cinnamon roll character?
So I've got a joke answer, and my joke answer is this guy right here, who is a gingerbread cookie man.
That's 3 for 3 on Tinking for sure.
That counts.
It does count, but he's unnamed, and so like I can be like the gingerbread cookie soldier. My real answer is probably Quentin from October Day.
Nice.
Okay. You're making me want to read October Day.
Young teenage boy coming of age.
No, my answer of a cinnamon roll character I want to adopt is Toot Toot from the Dresden Files.
Yes.
I love Toot Toot, and I don't care that he's only been on page like twice in the entire time I've been reading the books. I love him, and I love that he's obsessed with pizza, because same.
Oh, Lord.
And I just love that he's so room for one emotion at a time.
Yeah.
Kind of fairy. And I love that so much. And I would protect him with my life, even though he's also mildly terrifying.
He's a general.
Plastic sword.
He's a general.
Right. He's not cute.
General.
He's terrifying. He's terrifying and vicious, and I'm terrified of him. Michael from Dresden would also count.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but Toot Toot just I giggled. I flat out giggled when Toot Toot came back on screen in book 4, and that made me so happy. So, all right. a book that made us cry or was really emotional. My answer for this was A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I think this is an incredible book either way, but I read this shortly after my grandfather passed. First of all, the artwork, the way that it explores grief and loss and the ugly sides of that from the perspective of a middle grade character was really powerful, and it made me cry. And I think this is an incredible book that no holds barred, everyone should read.
It's on my to-read list.
Casey.
Traveling Cat Chronicles.
Yes.
I also read this just after my last cat passed away, the end of the year. And so while it's not necessarily that same type story, it's still very much centered around the cat and very much centered around the relationship of cat and owner. And I can't talk about it too much. I'm going to cry right now. So I like that book.
It's such a good book. It's such a good book. Wizard, what's your book that made you really emotional?
The Long Walk by Stephen King.
Ooh.
And it's a dystopian thing where we just see a bunch of teenage boys get wrecked. It's a death game. And the emotional torture of just going on a hike and watching all of your friends die around you. Terrifying and heartbreaking. And the end made me cry. Just because it broke everybody. Their minds broke, essentially. It is a dystopian dark novel.
Would this be a good recommendation, do you think, for someone to do a very first Stephen King read of? Because I've never read any Stephen King.
Well, considering it's the first book he ever wrote.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, then yes.
Especially because you say you don't have a lot of triggers.
No. At
the start of the book, they're all cocky and they think they're going to win the death game, and so they do a teenage boy stuff. And then as the book goes on, a lot of that goes away real quick.
Yeah, that makes sense. Perfect.
But yeah, Long Walk is very good.
I think I saw it was blue.
Yes.
It is blue.
So I've read 202 books. A lot of them have made me cry. But I think the one that made me cry for different reasons is a nonfiction, and it's Bird by Bird by Anne Lamott, which is her book about writing and the process of writing and being an author. And it's such the balance she strikes in being so vulnerable about being a creative person and the level of insecurity that goes with that. And the way but her tone is so funny. There's such a level of self-deprecation and humor that I laughed about as often as I cried. I actually scared some people walking by my house on the street because I was sitting on my porch. It was fabulous. But also interwoven with that are these incredibly deep moments of writing out of loss and writing out of being a single parent and writing out of hard things and finding truth in those moments. And there's a great scene even in the introduction where she's just kind of setting up what the book is, and she talks about being a very awkward kid, and just the way she described it, I was like, yeah, that was me. You know what I mean? Like there's something about her writing that is
relatability.
Yeah, instantly relatable. Especially if you're a creative person or a neurodivergent person, or there's such an element of I think anybody who read it would be able to pinpoint something and go, yeah, I recognize that. But as a creative, it also made me want to write again, which I've been taking a break on that. But reading it actually reminded me what being creative feels like, just for the sake of being creative. When you take your own insecurities, everything, all the baggage you bring to the table, when you take that away and recognize, no, I just love to create because I'm a creator.
Right.
It restored that joy in reading it. So go read it, people.
I literally bought it the minute you told me about it. So
dang it, Tori, I just spit out my juice.
Sorry.
That was bad timing for me.
We tend to just purchase all the books that each other just raves about, and that's why we have.
Yep.
I mean, Andrew was like, hey, if you're going to read Stephen King, you should read Doomickey. And I was like, bought.
Yeah.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, a book that made you laugh or made you happy. Leah.
So mine is pretty niche, but going back to the world of Mercy Thompson, Patricia Briggs released a collection of short stories. I think it was either at the beginning of this year, think it was the beginning of this year, called Blind Date with a Werewolf.
Oh, yes.
I saw that.
It's a collection of short stories centered around Asil, who is one of my favorite characters in the Mercy Thompson Alpha and Omega world. Like, freaking love Asil. He's terrifying and also fabulous at the same time. Like, he's just amazing. And the premise is so freaking funny. And Asil within that premise is even funnier. It's not a great book, but it's freaking fabulous for making you laugh. I enjoyed the heck out of it.
Wizard.
You're not going to probably be able to guess mine because it falls outside of my norm. It is a memoir.
Oh.
And that is Alton Brown's
Yes!
Food for Thought. I've seen Alton Brown live many times. I've watched many of his TV shows. He is intelligent, witty, and funny, and sarcastic. And I picked this up actually at one of his shows. This is a signed copy.
Nice.
But these are just short stories of like events in his life told in a very humorous manner. And he's just hilarious. And so for that reason, this one.
I'm still trying to catch up on the Andrew's reading memoirs train.
It was at the start of the year. I was like, I'm going to do one a month. That lasted 2 or 3 months, I think.
So, Andrew, is this your first year you've read memoirs then?
I read a couple as a kid.
Okay, but like as an adult reader, this is your first.
Yeah.
Look what you did to us, Tori. Me too.
Yeah, Leah was like, I don't think I'm ever gonna like manga. Casey's like, I'm never reading memoirs. I was just like,
that.
Yeah, you win.
Feeling pretty good about that.
I'm like,
but I can't take credit for
now. So.
I can't take credit for Andrew reading a memoir though. That was not me. I need to read a funny memoir. I feel like I'm such a glutton for punishment. I always read like really depressing memoirs.
Yep. Andrew's like, I got you.
I will check that out.
Short too.
I will check it out 100%.
Yeah,
and the audiobook is done by Alton.
Nice.
Ooh.
Casey.
Mine's gonna be Cat Plus Gamer.
Yes.
The manga. I don't know. Like, there's been a couple other times, like Paladin's Grace made me laugh and chuckle a lot. So the rest of the series, but Cat Plus Gamer is, if you're a cat parent, even an animal parent, there are so many little things in there that just make you giggle and chuckle. Like, I remember those days, the kitten days. I remember that. That's exactly how that happens. They got it spot on. And it was a catch-22 a little bit, because some of it kind of made me very nostalgic and made me sad in a lot of ways because of, no longer having cats. But then just remembering and having all the giggles about all the ridiculous behavior that cats have. It just made me giggle. I mean, we were sitting in Minnesota in our cabin, me and Tori. She's writing, she's getting her word count in. I'm catching up on Cat Plus Gamer, and I would just total silence.
Yep. It was great.
Start giggling.
I was just like,
complete silence. I'm reading, she's writing, and I would just bust out in a giggle. Like,
That's great.
Great. So
yeah, it was pretty fabulous.
Yep.
The one that I landed on was actually, because I've laughed quite a bit in the Dresden Files, but I don't know that I would like. It's like bits and pieces, but I have been laughing a lot in the Dresden Files. But I wanted to do one that made me happy, and that's going to be Your Letter by Hyun A. Cho. This is one of the most wholesome books I've ever read.
Well, it's funny because you sent me that book. You didn't buy it for yourself, and I was like, "Oh, cool, buddy read." I thought you had it, and so then you're like, "I don't have it." I said, "Well, we have to fix that problem," and so it showed up in your door like 3 days later.
Yeah. I mean, the artwork there is a section in here where these two characters are looking for something and they dive into this pond, and the underwater artwork is just incredibly beautiful. It's so beautiful. And it starts off at the same, like, oh yeah, there's this girl who's experienced some bullying at her school, and so she's transferring schools, which is very familiar in this kind of, manhwa, manga, etc. storytelling. But it takes a completely different path to what I'm used to in that vein of storytelling. And it is just so beautiful. The ending, I got to the almost end of this book and I was like, if you do this thing with this book, I'm going to be really upset. And the author did not do that thing. And instead it was a really beautiful ending. So I love this book and it made me very happy.
I love that.
Yay. Most beautiful book you've purchased this year, Andrew.
I got it right here. I'll show you the slipcase first.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, it's huge.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Wow.
It is Stephen King's
Whoa.
Firestarter from
Wow.
PS Publishing.
Wow.
Ooh. What publisher?
Wow.
And
Wowza.
it is full of just art.
Wow. That was the other Stephen King book that I've had on my TBR forever that I think, for me, Stephen King might work.
Wow.
There's a great father-daughter relationship in here.
Yes. And that's where I kind of hesitated a little bit because I was like, that could be, if I were to have a trigger, it would kind of be that, I suppose, just for personal reasons. So that's kind of maybe why I've not really quite started it yet.
What press did you say that was, Andrew?
PS Publishing.
Casey, what's your most beautiful book this year?
Well, if Watermoon had come with a freaking cover, it would have been Watermoon. Instead, it's going to be The God in the Gumio.
Oh, that cover's so pretty.
Love Crate edition, and it's going to be. Let me see if I can balance my mic here. It's going to be mainly because, like, it has the gorgeous inside cover and back cover, which this artist is just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And it has the wonderful foiling
pretty
on the sides. That
Yep.
It's just so pretty, and I certainly hope that I like this book. I have a feeling that I will, but I'm just hoping because it's so pretty. I don't want to give it up. I don't want to give it away.
That is totally
I want
fair.
to keep it on my shelf, but if I don't like it, then it's getting yeeted, as Andrew would say.
Yeet. And then dab.
You can keep the dab part.
I was going to say, I don't think I can dab, but I'll do the yeet.
I'll dab with you, Andrew.
There you go. Have fun.
My favorite, so I love a minimalistic cover with a really detailed focal point.
Mm-hmm.
And I recently purchased
Nice.
Green Rider by Kristen Britton, and
UK
I
edition.
just freaking love these
Yeah, that's
covers so
gorgeous.
much. I bought this from Blackwell's, which is where I get all of my UK covers if I want those. And they're a good size. They're not as big as a US trade paperback, but they are a lot more floppy than a mass market. So like you can see, even though that's smaller.
Mass market.
Yeah.
And the hardcovers,
and I just
even though they're
love
large,
they're
they're just
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
I'm
I
interested
just
to see what you
love
think
that.
of that series.
I am too.
Me too. I really hope I like it.
I really liked the first one.
Interesting.
I've got the first 3, and that's on my list to tackle this summer.
I have all of them, and I've not read a
think
single one.
Book 2 was okay, and then I yeeted after book 3.
Well, I'm gonna like it.
I agree.
I am rooting for all of us to like it.
All right, Leah, what's
my
your most
friend
beautiful
Megan loves it,
purchase?
so I'm
Well,
trying real hard.
Yeah, so
This
I think it's
counts.
good.
This counts as bought in the first half of the year, but I'm not physically going to have it until the fall.
That's fair.
So I got the whole Illumicrate set of Farseer.
Yes.
Same. So beautiful.
Yeah,
I debated.
Oh, I couldn't
didn't.
pass it up.
Did you get it or not, Andrew?
No.
Whoa! Wow!
Whoa!
Okay, what do you have against Farseer?
Wow.
sir?
No, don't start. Don't start.
Farseer is
No,
fine.
No.
It's when you hit Rain Wild in that final trilogy. Oh.
Okay, but that's not Farseer. That's
Yeah, but I've already got the
Wow.
25th anniversary illustrated editions. I don't need.
Yeah. Yep. I have these ones, the black
Yeah,
ones.
those are fine.
Yeah.
That's all I needed.
And
I didn't need to spend $200 on.
yeah. I mean, I love it, and I think it's great. It's a wonderful series. Tori, I love you. But I also was like, I don't know if I want to spend $200.
Yeah, I couldn't pass it up. I
Well,
Wish
it's
I had
beautiful.
$1
Absolutely
for
gorgeous.
every live stream I've been on where Andrew and Derry fight about.
Oh,
You'd
gosh.
have at least $20.
I mean,
at
to be
least
fair,
$20.
I can't fight.
I
it
could buy
because I've not
an
read that
edition
far.
of a Realm of the Elderlings book.
I think I'm probably gonna buy the Ship of Magic trilogy too.
They're
when they
very
launch.
pretty.
Nice.
You're fine there.
I mean, I don't know how
We're
much
fine. You're all the way through Tawny Man.
just ignore
Andrew.
this part.
Let other people have opinions about Realm of the Elderlings.
If I get that far, when I get that far, and if I have the same feelings, Andrew Wizard, I will message you and I'll be like, you were right.
Awesome.
But-
I'm not alone.
I haven't gotten that far yet, and it'll be a while.
Nico agrees with me.
Oh boy. Tori's got her mom
Yes,
look on.
I'm pleased with myself.
I know. Did everybody answer the question?
Yes.
Yes. We're
Okay.
good. Moving on.
What series do you want to finish this year, Casey?
Do we have to pick one?
I know. I had the same
No.
problem.
Okay.
You can list like 2 or 3.
5?
We're gonna be here all night.
I don't have to go to them. I'll just list them. I really want
Andrew's gonna fall asleep.
I really want to catch up with Dresden Files. The next one's coming out in January, I think is what it is. And I really want to catch up. I said that last time before 12 months came out and it didn't happen. And now I'm back in there. I'm on cold days. It's going to be done tomorrow. I want to catch up.
Really good.
And I've heard so many good things about 12 months. And I'm very excited for the next one.
Or 12
and
months. Battleground is crap. Anyway.
That's also what I've heard. But I want to catch up to it because that means I can start other things as well. I also want to finish the Coldfire trilogy. I want to get through that so I can talk to you about it and experience all of that. Plus, it's only a trilogy. I am 1 book away from finishing the Saint of Steel Quartet by Kingfisher. So I just have the last one. I want that finished. I'm 1 book away of finishing the Six of Crows duology. I want that done at the end of the year as well because we just started that this year. And then I'm going to be finishing the last of Farseer, hopefully in August as well.
Sweet.
So that will be, those are my top.
That's big hitters.
Yes, those are my top ones that I want done by the end of the
Nice.
year and marked off of my list in my journal.
Yeah,
so
awesome.
I will feel very accomplished if I can get that done. But it's only
Quiz.
5.
I changed mine because it's probably been the same for the last 3 times we've done this. It's just one I just keep kicking down the road. So I'm going to change it to Bobby Dollar by Tad Williams.
Ooh.
Okay. Tad Williams has so many more books than I ever thought he did in
I know.
Same.
different genres. I never knew that.
Oh, I do not recommend, Tori, that you read this. No.
I wasn't planning on it.
It's
Why
for
not,
you.
Andrew?
Loads of just sexual content.
For all the stuff.
Yeah. I'm so shocked by that.
So shocked, she said.
So shocked. That's fair. What were you gonna say and then decided against it, Andrew?
Gonna be Regante, but David Gemmell.
What the?
Also good. And also. I need to read another David Gemmell. I enjoyed Legend enough that I do definitely wanna get to more of his stuff.
I've read about 17 of his books.
Wow.
I have read one.
Good job.
Good job.
And I'm proud of
Good job
myself.
for both of you.
Okay, I have a couple. So I don't know that I'm gonna lock in with myself that I have to finish both of these. One of them I want to finish for sure, and the other one I might dip into 2027 just a tiny bit. But my 2 big ones that I have left are Tawny Man by Robin Hobb, and also the one that gives
That's
me
right.
the official I'm a fantasy fan
That's right.
membership card that I don't have
That's
yet.
right.
I've
You've been a
doing
faker
BookTube.
this
I've
entire
been
time.
a fake fantasy fan on BookTube for 6 years now.
Our friendship is over.
And yeah, I need to fix that.
Don't forget, we planned on buddy reading that when you start it.
Yes, I'm going to
Whatever.
start. I feel like Lord of the Rings for me feels very autumnal, so I'm going to be starting it in September or October, and then reading it through the end of the year. I have DNF'd this book 3 times because of Tom Bombadil. This time I will not
That's
DNF
fair.
it.
That's
But
fair.
Tom is in there for like that
Listen,
much.
I've
doesn't
read
matter.
it every year for like a decade. DNFing at Tom Bombadil is a totally fair reaction.
Yes.
I
Tom
will not do
Bombadil
that this time.
and the chapter of the Fellowship of the Ring. Oh my gosh. Like, good night. Those 2 things.
Honestly, too, I feel like I'm at a point in my reading career now where I needed to wait till the right time to read this. I know everybody thinks that's crazy and that I should have read it already, but I wasn't ready with how influential the films were. I think I wasn't ready and wasn't mature enough of a reader to give the books their own space. And I feel like now I am, and I'm really looking forward to it. I cannot wait to read this. I genuinely cannot wait.
If you want help with Tom Bombadil, get the audiobook and let Andy Serkis ridiculously and bombastically sing to you.
Dude, Andy Serkis.
That's what I did with The Hobbit, and I loved it.
Yeah. And then once we finish that, we have to do a marathon of the movies, extended version.
Well, yeah, I do that every Christmas. Every Christmas.
Thanksgiving is for me.
We did that. Oh, did we do that? Were you there for that, Tori, or was that Nico?
Yeah. Andrew and Trisha Meredith hosted a watch-along of
that's right. You got Murphy to show up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I did. It was Murphy and them and you and Nico and Layla that all watched it together.
Sounds like a party and that we need to do it again.
It was great. It was great fun.
Right?
Just have like 10 people watching it. Yeah, it was really fun. We had a great time with that. We watched the Hobbit movies as well. Okay, last question.
I haven't answered that question yet.
Oh, sorry, Leah. Sorry. I almost got through the whole thing without forgetting anybody. This is one downside to not doing everybody in the same order. Leah, please tell me what series you want to finish this year.
Well, I'm in the middle of 40 plus, and I want to get through about half of them. But priorities are all my Daniel Abraham. So I want to finish Long Price Quartet. I want to finish Dagger and Coin. I don't think I'll get through all of The Expanse by the end of the year, just from time, but I think I'll get close. So those three for sure. Oh, and one other one. I'm going to reread and then finish Gentleman Bastard. Because I had read the first two before, but I never got to book 3. So I need to do book 3.
When are you doing that?
I'll wait and do it with you.
Don't expect me to join you on that.
Okay.
Andrew, this is how we know that Andrew and I are genuine friends, because he has DNF Lies of Lochinvar like 4 times, and I'm still friends with him. So
when did you DNF? When did you DNF?
I got halfway through it.
The trilogy or book 1?
Book 1.
Okay. To be fair, I can understand that, actually. I'll just leave it at that. I understand. But
I don't.
I pushed through, and I ended up really enjoying overall. And so
I
always like to think I'll come back and read the second half.
I mean, I think you should.
I'm not a no never. I'm just
meh.
I challenge you, Andrew Wizardly Reads, to read the second half of Lies of Lochinvar before the end of the year.
You didn't throw a double dog dare on there, so I don't have to listen to you.
Triple dog dare Andrew Wizardly Reads.
Oh, she's going for it.
With 2 cherries on top. No take-backsies.
How dare you?
Wow.
No take-backsies.
Times infinity.
To read the second half of Lies of Lochinvar before the end of the year. You will win my respect.
Yeah, but you see, I don't have a lot of self-respect to begin with, so
not your respect, my respect. not your respect, mine. That's something you got to figure out on your own. But I will offer my respect.
Somebody keeps muttering about a therapist. That's expensive. Anyway,
I know one. I could refer you. She's great. I promise.
I'm just saying.
If you
one question to go, we're so close.
If you decide to give up on a triple dog dare with 2 cherries on top and no take backsies, that's on your reputation, not mine.
Yeah, but you see, people don't like me anyway. So
hey, stop it. I
invited you to my channel.
We do.
So many times.
Don't make me smack you through the screen.
It's all that matters. I see it's, just let me know.
You are the only person on BookTube that I call bro. Okay.
Aw.
I am really excited for my next most anticipated reads for the rest of the year. How about you guys? Leah, just so I don't forget to ask you again, what is your most anticipated read for the rest of the year?
Probably a book that's not out yet, but I'm really excited for, which is Deadbeat by Leigh Bardugo, which is going to finish the Alex Stern trilogy.
Oh, okay.
That's a series that is not for everybody.
Sure.
But I really I just like her as a writer. So
Yeah.
I want to see the conclusion of that story.
When does that come out?
Ooh, I think when I checked on Goodreads, it was originally August. I think it's September now. I'm assuming sometime in the fall.
Casey.
I am very much looking forward to, I'm finding the release date right now. I'm very much looking forward to James Islington's Scion.
Oh,
that he's going to be coming out with on September 1st. So just a few days before my birthday. So it's going to probably be a birthday buy for me. I'm very excited, not only because I am already an Islington fan. Islington, I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce his name. And I have said a couple different times how I just adore seeing the growth as a writer in his craft that I could see from Lycanius to Will of the Many. Haven't read Strength of the Few yet, but it's just so cool to see an author that you like, to see them grow and see them improve visually on page. And now he's branching out into something that's more than just a fantasy, and we're going into the sci-fi aspect, and I'm very excited for that. So
I got to read an arc.
Stop
it. I really enjoyed it. I'm trying to tell you, I really enjoyed it.
Okay, thanks.
So.
I appreciate it. I'm very excited. I think honestly that's awesome. The only book right now that I know that's coming out in a new release that I'm actually excited for, that I know about. I don't know of any other book
I interpreted this question as just what are you excited to read this year? So it doesn't necessarily have to be a new release per se.
I did not choose a new release.
I didn't either. Yeah, one of my books came out in 1992, so not a new release.
I love interpretation. Makes things great.
Is it great? All right, Wiz, what is your not new release most anticipated? Ooh, another Chuck Wendig.
Chuck Wendig's Wanderers. Everybody tells me that this is phenomenal, and it's supposed to be post-apocalyptic. I don't know anything much about it. I'm trying to go in completely blind, and but this is towards the end of the year, but it is on my reading list.
I think he was your book of the year so far when we did this tag last year.
That was probably Black River Orchard.
That one.
It didn't make it. I think The Hunter by Kay Agard dethroned.
Eventually, yeah.
It was darn close.
Nice.
That's so cool. Yeah.
It's cool to see the same authors show up when these things over the years. They're still there. They're still doing it. They're still getting it.
All of my entire shelf is just so excited that I am not reading the City Watch series for the first time anymore, so somebody else will be getting my book of the year this year. There's an open door now.
Yeah.
You guys, it is really dumb how many times this has been on my TBR and I still haven't freaking read it, and I'm mad about it. And if there is a prompt in the jar from Leah and Casey that I'm working on right now that possibly allows me to read this, I'm choosing it so fast, you guys, so fast. And that is Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan.
One of those prompts could have been used for that book, but
somebody, what? We're gonna save it for the vlog. We're not gonna go there today. Because I will end this very mad.
Guys, she's so mad at me.
So mad at Casey about it, and you'll just have to wait to find out why. Huh?
Is this a
spine? I told you. Yeah, I told you about that. Yep. But I would like to read this book, and I'm very excited about it. And the other one is I really want to get to Elizabeth Paxnarian.
Nice.
I'm very excited to read this one too. I've heard a lot of people say that they think this is going to be a slam dunk for me, and I look forward to that. Yeah, but I'm very excited to read both of those, and they have both been on my TBR and almost been on my read of next month for so many times that it's ridiculous at this point. So, but guys, we did it with 4 people. You wouldn't think 13 questions is a lot.
It is.
But I want to, first of all, thank my lovely guests for sharing their time and their reads for the year. I hope that you guys all walk away from this video with some new things on your TBR, because that is our goal on this channel, is to toggle the TBR all the time. Yeah, we all did.
Yeah.
And Wizard, thank you for being a constant in this book tag for the last 3 years, and to Leah and Casey for jumping in and joining us this year. That was super fun, and I love how much variety was in this book tag. That makes me so happy because I love variety on this channel, so that's great. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Everybody in the audience, go down in the description box below and check on their links and go follow them and check out their stuff. And I hope you guys are all having a fantastic week, reading some 5-star reads. We will see you in the next video.
Totals.